Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your weekend read from May 3rd to May 5th. Can you believe it's already May? And happy May Day! So let's see what Spirit has for messages for us this weekend. Spirit, what messages do you have for us this weekend? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So right away we pulled the King of Swords. That kind of jumped out. And so coming into this weekend, you are definitely, the overall energy I should say, is that you are highly disciplined. You are standing basically in a place, in a place where you are grounded, but you're also ambitious. And so you've got a lot of that Taurian energy. You also have that Geminian energy as well, which is a wonderful combination. Sorry, I can talk. But basically, what it stands for is that there's a lot of security. There's a lot of grounded, and also too, you're of the mind. You're, right now you're kind of blending with Mercury here, which is not only our suit, but also a planet, but also a Geminian planet too. And so it's kind of the balance of the head and also action. And then with the Six of Cups, basically, a lot of you could have had a lot of, kind of in your feelings, I guess is how I would put it. So there's a lot of memories of the past, a lot of nostalgia coming in, but also too, basically what Spirit cautions with the Six of Cups is to not necessarily, or be careful of letting the past influence the present. Right now there is a lot of influence of the past on the present, basically with your current situation. And, coming into this weekend, the moon's not necessarily going to do you a whole lot of favors if that is a negative, kind of trait. If it's positive, absolutely it will. But basically the moon is in Pisces, so it already lends itself to a very dreamy quality, very visionary quality, where there's a lot of ambition and aspirations basically in the forefront of your mind. But also too, the moon is conjunct with Saturn, which also is in Pisces. And so Saturn, will kind of lead you in this case with this conjunction to see or to feel a little bit more dissatisfied than usual. Also to want to go within and be more introverted. Being a Virgo, that's what we always do. And we always sense those types of feelings or those troubles, feeling mentally imprisoned as well, or also just feeling bound or stuck. We go within, and so you very much will have the moon or that conjunction kind of playing up to that aspect of the Virgo. The other thing, though, that I would caution you on this is that with this conjunction, it can also lead to the feeling of being stubborn. And so, I would always just caution of, make sure that you're not too stubborn, that you are failing to see outside the box, because you've made the box of exactly how you want it to look. However, though, there are some good pieces to that. Being stubborn is to say, hey, I've got my eye on the prize. I've got my expectations worked out on where I want to go, what I want to do, and I'm holding myself to that. I'm holding that dream. But like I say, it sometimes can paint you into a box where you can only see one solution or one way to get to that solution. And I think this weekend is a wonderful opportunity, especially after Pluto's moved into a retrograde, being in Aquarius, to really look at that aspect and come back to the table with an open mind. Now, with Pluto being in retrograde for the next 4 months in Aquarius, basically it's going to affect your 6th house, which is your house of health. And so it's kind of an invitation to overhaul your wellness routines. And so routines, grounding yourself with that Taurian energy is really going to help you, and more importantly, see you through this. It'll keep you going one day at a time, every step. That way you don't lose focus with this feeling here, be taken over by your emotions in that way. And what Spirit is saying is absolutely that with the Knight of Pentacles. You've basically, you're being encouraged, to stay in a rational mind, stay in that responsible, dependable energy, but also to remember that through methodical action, through your hard work, your resourcefulness, that's where your financial stability will be led. And with this too, what's really great, we've got another Taurian energy here. We also have some Aries here. So I don't know if anyone's possibly dealing with those two signs at all. I would also say too, on the 4th, the moon is going to be moving over into Aries. And so it'll help us with that bright, sharp mind focus. The other piece too, which is kind of incredible, is that the moon is going to be sextile this weekend with Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto. Now, Uranus and Jupiter are both in Taurus, and so this is really going to speak or pull towards energies of your relationships, changes at home, whether you're moving or buying a new place, or even just, spring cleaning, revamping, rearranging, redecorating. But more importantly, with your relationships, it'll also encourage you to do the same thing. Reevaluate the reciprocity, the meaningfulness in your relationships, and really help you either work on those or recognize the toxicity that maybe needs to be pulled away from it, or have you pull away from that relationship. Now, with Jupiter being in Taurus as well, it's going to really give a good energy pull towards family, as well as towards business opportunities. And having such grounded energy with the Taurian energy, with the sextile in both Uranus and Jupiter, it's really going to lead you to feeling and building that stable, steady foundation. Now, with Pluto also being in the sextile, it's going to affect your emotional life. And so it's really quite beautiful. You'll be grounded. You've got a lot of the emotional aspect, but it speaks a lot towards that building healthy relationships, building meaningful relationships in your life, and really cultivating that, or cultivating them, I should say, to help them grow. Now, with the 9 of Cups, Spirit also wants to remind you that wishes do come true. Keep going one step at a time. That's where that material success really is coming in. But two, what Spirit is saying here in this is that there is an abundance headed your way. There's an overall complacency, happiness, and enjoyment that's coming in for you. The other thing too with the 9 of Cups that it kind of speaks to is the and again, this goes to don't paint yourself into a box. Be careful of superficial desires or inner fantasies, or at least recognize the illusion from the reality. And that doesn't mean necessarily that, wishes can't come true, that are unrealistic. However, basically what this is saying is, it kind of poses the question of, so that's a beautiful dream. What are you going to do to bring it home? What are you going to do to bring it into your life? And this is the perfect weekend with that sextile, like I say, between Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto to manifest. So absolutely, if you can, take advantage of that energy. And oh my goodness, this is crazy. And like I say, doing it one step at a time, staying, rational, being cautious, being responsible and dependable, as well as standing in your ethics, that hard work, that resourcefulness, also being conservative with you, especially with finances. That's going to be leading towards your material success. And again, 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, wishes do come true. I see some money coming in, whether it be, excuse my kitties in the background, but prosperity and wealth basically, and it's lasting, it's not short term, but you could be falling into good times here is what I'm seeing. And more importantly, this is going to build a financial security that is a foundation that will last. What I also see too, and again, this speaks with the astrological help here too, energetically, there's family achievements. There's also potentially a new business partner. But what I also see here is that you've got the 9, you've got the 10, and then boom, you got the 1. Here is a new beginning. Here is a new action. A new opportunity is coming in. A new strength is going to be felt, and it's going to inspire you with new vitality, new passion, and also too possibly a new venture. So I don't know if there's a new promotion or a new job coming in the wing here for you. Possibly could even be with the family piece and inheritance. And if so, I apologize. Or I'm just so sorry. I send my condolences here for your loss. But I feel like this is something where, through that, somebody, a family member really wanted to take care of you, really wanted to make sure that you were okay. But either way, this is a new beginning. And you will be standing in some Cancer, some Leo, and also some Virgo. So this is really beautiful. You've got the fire, you've got the emotional intelligence, and then you also have the grounding. So honestly, this is absolutely gorgeous. If this resonates with anyone and you feel comfortable sharing your story, please do so in the comments below. That way we can help celebrate your success, help lift you up and support you during this time, because I do see absolutely that the wheel is turning in your favor here. And it's been long waited. I feel at this point here where, especially with the Nine of Cups, where this may have been something where you're looking back at the past, you're seeing the simple pleasures of the past comparatively to the present, and you're kind of wanting to go back to those simpler times. Spirit is saying, no, 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 no. By all means, don't let that mental imprisonment of living in the past stop you from gaining your future, stop you from running towards your future without fear. And with the Ten of Wands, you know, like I say, I really feel that a lot of us right now could be feeling some excessive responsibility, some exhaustion, or trying too hard with what's going on. Spirit wants to remind you that that energy, that load, that is coming to an end. It's temporary. With the Seven of Pentacles, basically, your investments, your hard work, your harvest has really been what's been paying off and what's been paving the way, more importantly. And so now is the time to look back, you know, celebrate those successes and look back at what you've achieved, how far you've come from here. Also, too, right after that, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which basically speaks to giving and receiving. Excuse me, I can't talk. But giving and receiving. What I also see here in this is that basically through the past, you have basically been imparting the knowledge and experience. You've been gaining that wisdom. You've been learning as you've been, you know, learning through your mistakes, through your lessons, and doing the work that's needed. But I also see in this a lot of social justice. And so if you had been feeling like you're walking, you know, you're kind of the lone wolf, walking this alone, Spirit wants to remind you that is not the case. You know, people see you right now as very generous, that you give and receive, that you share with others. And more importantly, it's led you through your journey towards being also very good with financial management, which I will say that is no surprise being a Virgo. Now, with this weekend here, Spirit, what messages do you have here? And what I'm really getting is that there's a new beginning coming, and more importantly, this is a message of hope. You know, to not give up, to keep going, and to not necessarily live in the past, but more importantly, finally come to a completion of basically learning that lesson and letting it go. So, Spirit, what additional messages do you have? Thank you. Okay, so like I say, if you've been feeling like you've been carrying this burden alone, carrying the weight alone, cooperation and harmony, and as well as mutual, friendships, attraction, and possibly even romance is in the cards for you going forward. And with the Seven of Wands, you know, what I do see in this is that Spirit is saying, hey, due to the past, you could be overly defensive or sensitive by holding on to this energy. What I also see in this is that there's an insufficient defense. You're at a disadvantage. It's causing you to basically be indecisive or lack confidence, run away even potentially, or to fight. And it's because you're feeling vulnerable. And it's an uncomfortable place to feel vulnerable. So I totally can understand and relate with that. However, what I'm seeing here is that through this Two of Cups, there is absolutely commercial success. There, really, Spirit is just saying it's like you're one step away from success. But more importantly, be committed to completion. If you need help, seek that cooperation. Explore new territories. Absolutely trust your intuition. But more importantly, let go of the grief. And if anyone has lost somebody, you know, or has been heavy-hearted lately, like I say again, my condolences, because I am getting that in this quite a bit, that there's a loss kind of coming in, or that has been endured. And it's left you feeling heavy-hearted, or there's been a decision that you made in the past. Right now it's kind of led you to feeling in despair and really led you to feeling in regret, like you took the wrong path. Spirit is saying, no, have faith. There's spirituality here that needs to be recognized and needs to be supported. Remember who you are. And also to have faith in what you're building, in the new project, because there is a new project coming in. There's a message coming for you. It's good news, but most importantly, it's a fresh start. Let the past go and come into the front, because right now you're ready to meet those challenges. Now, at the end of the deck here, or at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Queen of Pentacles, which basically, again, it's just saying, hey, don't forget who you are. You're a go-getter. You happen to be very good at business as well, and you are generating prosperity. So I do absolutely see that walking into May here, you're going to be standing in your power, being Virgo, doing what Virgo does best. But you're going to see, if finances had been pretty stagnant, May is going to be the change for you. And I can't resist, but basically underneath that, we've got the Lovers and also the Ace of Cups here too. So if I can't see a new beginning coming in, I don't know what's wrong with me. But really what I see again is there's partnerships, there's decision. So there's something coming in where it's going to be an easy choice for you. It's going to be a no-brainer, as they would put it. And more importantly, it's the beginning of prosperity for you. And whether it be a new relationship coming in that's going to be there to help you, new opportunities career-wise, new jobs. Also, too, if you own your own business, new opportunities to generate income in that way, too. But either way, there's a positive potential coming in. And more importantly, it's going to be through your work, through your intuition. The scales are balancing in your favor. I see here as well that you could be dealing with this new partnership coming in. You could be dealing with a Libra, Scorpio, or even a Sagittarius. We also have another Gemini on the board. That kind of stuck out to me. But either way, this is somebody, especially with Neptune kind of standing out here as well with the Queen of Pentacles. This is something that is going to come across as being like, this has got to be too good to be true. And it's because of the past, right? Don't let the past hinder this new opportunity. The past is the past. The beginnings are beginnings. And this one is absolutely meant for you. Now, I do want to just pull some spirit animals here, see what energy they can help us embody at this time. Okay. And so we've got the Cougar. So basically, Spirit is encouraging you to be assertive at this time. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. And so, like I say, if anyone has been kind of feeling like, goodness gracious, am I on the right path? Where do I go? I'm looking at indecision and I just don't know. This is the weekend where clarity will come. And it's through your assertiveness, but it's also too through you growing into a leadership role. And more importantly, fearlessly stepping into that place of leadership. And with the Goose, we've got inner knowing. Sorry, it's playtime. I have 2 cute orange kittens that, yes, it's playtime. So there's that. So pardon all the scampering here in the background. But either way, okay, focusing. So with the Goose, basically, Spirit is just saying, hey, trust that intuition. Remember your inner knowing and trust that, because you are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Also, to be confident you will achieve your destination. And so that's part of manifestation, the law of attraction. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. And so if anyone's been thinking, oh my goodness, I just don't know, this is the weekend where you basically will be reassured that absolutely all your hard work is not for nothing. You know where to go. If there's been, the past has been kind of putting this spot on you or giving you this fog, basically. And right now, it's time to let that go, clear the mind, trust yourself that you truly are on the right path. And I did also want to pull some Cosmo oracles here for some inspiration as well. And so this is kind of fun. So basically, say goodbye to your past and leave that baggage behind for good. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that each and every day. And so if this resonates, by all means, guys, please like, share, subscribe. I cannot tell you how much your support means to the channel and with helping it grow. That way YouTube will pick up, or the algorithm, can't talk, but the algorithms will pick it up and get the message out to more Virgos. That way we can help lift each other up and as many of us up as we can. But either way, guys, seriously, I just want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support, because truly each and every one of you has made this channel what it is. It would not be out here without each and every one of you. And honestly, for me on a personal note, it really makes my day and makes my world to know that these messages reach you and resonate with you. So thank you guys so much for all of that love and support. So I did just go ahead and look through our cards here, see what the major arcana is. And it's actually pretty light. So what I'm seeing here is we've got the D. So if anyone has been feeling any type of chakra blockages, what I have here as well is that it's the heart chakra that might be blocked here. And so if that is, try a D major scale, try fiddling around with that, see what we can do to open up that chakra. And as a reminder, drink plenty of water. What I also see this weekend here is, especially after all the energy that's passed in April, especially with that Pluto retrograde going on, it's a wonderful time to cleanse. And so whether it be sound baths, salt baths, anything to really cleanse that energy is really going to help you with bringing that, lifting that fog, bringing that clarity, and more importantly, opening that heart chakra so that you can let your heart sing. So either way, I hope this resonates. And again, if it does, please like, share, subscribe, or also too, if you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below. That way we can all support you, all lift each other up along our journeys. But either way, I hope this helps. Take care, love and light, and I'll see you in the next reading.